The world abounds in change through man's ability.
Well, welcome to FaWLcast, everybody. I'm Josh.
I'm Ken.
I'm Doug.
We are still alive.
We're alive. Everybody's alive.
Shockingly enough,
Yep.
we're all still alive.
Made it.
Because, you know, if anyone actually does still listen, when there are gaps in between our shows, I mean, they got to think like something bad happened to at least one of us.
Mm-hmm. Or like Doug finally said something that made the other two turn on him.
That made Casey kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a possibility.
133.
Doug finally got caught for murdering Casey and covering up that she was dead for so long. 133
Yeah.
for Uzumaki?
So we could trim 3 seconds off.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it might not be cut exactly to length.
Yeah.
I could test it.
And also, I'd always have like a couple seconds just blank at the
Yeah,
beginning.
it's probably perfect.
Before, so like everything could line up.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, it probably falls on like 130 on the nose.
That's going to be an amazing release. I already have...
That's a hidden epic right there.
I already have, like Avery cassette label sheets that I could print.
Blows my fucking mind that we can just do that shit now. Because when...
Oh my god, before the desktop publishing revolution.
Like, trying to figure out... I mean, we were a band in, 97 to 2001, I guess.
97 would have been right on the cusp of when you could actually do that kind of thing, and it was still outside of our grasp.
Just trying to fucking figure out how to do it. Okay, let's see. We did eventually get to burn CDs, so we could do that. But
we were still writing on them with Sharpie, though.
Right.
To label them.
I think really, really bad sticker labels that would tear up a insert. You couldn't use them in an insert in a CD drive that you put the disc in.
Yeah.
It had to be one with a tray.
And a lot of them would come with a little lineup tool.
Yeah.
You'd put the CD in it, and then you would try to line it up, and then you would press down on the thing, and then it would wrinkle it.
Yep. Yeah, we did that.
That was dog shit.
But trying to find a place that would do 50 tapes was almost fucking impossible.
You always had to get at least 100.
Yeah.
And that just, at a couple of bucks a pop, we couldn't afford that shit.
Yeah.
For a local punk band, that's a fucking bank breaker, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was for a bunch of high school kids. It was seriously expensive.
Even if the band had a fund to do stuff like that, that was more than was in it.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
It's the end of the 90s, so cassettes are already kind of dying down.
Yeah,
Everyone wants CDs. So you're going to be able to sell those things for $4 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you even really make back what you spent? Because I doubt you bank on selling all 100.
You're probably selling at cost just to get them out there. And that's not how you start a band.
Yeah.
I think you sell 15, 20. And you're like, all right, that went as well as could be expected.
Yep. All of the people who showed up to the 5 shows we played this year got a tape.
I think the only thing that ever actually and nothing ever sold, but stickers were affordable. Actual screen printed stickers from Sticker Guy.
Yeah.
Sticker Guy. Is that the one that just got in all the shit?
I don't know.
No, that was shit. Who was that?
Some punk rock sticker
Riot
company.
stickers?
No.
From Scranton, guys from Scranton?
I would recognize the name if you heard it, but the guy, it was after Trump got shot.
Uh-huh.
He sent out a
Sticker Mule.
massive sticker mule.
Sticker Mule.
Sticker Mule.
Fuck, I hate those commercials. Really bad.
I don't think I've ever seen a commercial.
No, Sticker Mule's something different. I'm thinking of Sticker Rap.
Oh, okay.
Those commercials are terrible. Anyway, Sticker Mule. Okay.
Apply directly to the forehead.
So Sticker Mule's owner sent out like a mass email telling everyone like how things have gone too far in this country.
Mm-hmm. A lot of us here at Sticker Mule support Donald Trump, including me.
Yeah.
I support Donald Trump.
And then he encouraged people to buy from a Trump supporting business. And everyone fucking went off.
Like, way to back the wrong fucking horse and fail to read the room so catastrophically.
Yeah, and like that blows my. It still blows my mind that there are some punk rock people out there that haven't got the hint yet. That like, hey, you're fucking wrong, man.
This is against everything you've ever stood for. Sorry.
Yeah, Sticker Mule. Okay.
Mm.
Riot Stickers is the guy from The Villains.
Oh.
Okay.
He does.
I always try to remember who they are.
Yeah. He does all like Blitz Kids and CK5. I think he does CK5 stickers, but he does all Blitz Kids screen printing.
Okay. Are other stickers screen printed?
I don't know if they're screen printed stickers. No, the ones on the sheets aren't. Those aren't screen printed. The ones that are on the plastic, like they come with like wax backing, and it's not like die cut.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not. I don't know.
I'm thinking about the sticker that came with that CK5 split.
That might have been
what was it called? It was the one that you gave us for your wedding.
I don't remember.
Shit, I don't even remember what it was called. But yeah, that came with a sticker, and I think those might have been screen printed.
They might have been, yeah.
They were nice. Good stickers. I didn't like the design, but they were nice.
No, Sticker Guy he's still around, at least as of whenever the name popped up in my head. That's why, like, if you ever saw my old little TV, it had these random stickers on it, like this big ass round sticker for a band called Worm Belly. I have no idea who it was, but I just messaged.
I've never heard of Worm Belly.
Never heard of Worm Belly, and I just messaged Sticker Guy, and I was like, hey, we're thinking about getting some stickers made. Can I get, like who have you made stickers for?
Yeah.
And he just sent me, like, some. And it was, like, this big-ass round sticker of a band called Worm Belly.
I gotta look up Worm Belly.
I was gonna say, we gotta check that out.
I was like, well, shit, what do we... It was like the size of a 7-inch.
I used to have so many stickers from bands I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like... I remember that DIY auctions
Uh-huh.
site and Skylab Commerce. They used to sell, like, fucking...
DIY
sticker and patch lots. We're like, hey, give us $5 and we'll send you 50 stickers.
Yeah.
10 patches.
I like... Oh, man. Remember? I had that car for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And I blew all my stickers on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that sucked.
Oh, man.
all my stickers that I've been collecting for like 6 years at that point.
Does this look right?
Sure. Honestly, I don't remember, so... I knew it was a big round sticker that said Worm Belly.
This album is called Angry Disco Rock Go-Go Funkadelic Hardcore. All one word.
When was it released?
1996.
Yeah, that sounds
Probably.
right. That's Worm Belly.
Yeah.
That's old Worm Belly.
Oh, it's an EP.
Yeah.
4 tracks. We have Peach, Donna's Summer, Bite Down, and Sunset. Any preferences?
Donna's Summer, of course.
All right, let's do Donna's Summer. 1996.
Yeah.
Very
So
1996.
Yeah.
Fuck, are we about to become Worm Belly fans?
No,
I don't know.
I doubt it. Good mixing.
It's the teenage necrophiliac slow dance part.
Let's get a little better audio quality on this.
Yeah, that worm belly does kind of look familiar.
Yeah. Okay.
They are taking a minute to get to the fucking point.
Yeah.
Though.
Yep.
You had one job, worm belly, and you're failing.
I can tell you, the hidden would have been halfway done by now.
The EP had hardcore in the title, and I'm not hearing it. How many listeners do they have a month? It's all people they went to high school
Yeah,
with.
it's got to be right.
I was going to say, I'm going to pull this up when I get home, and I'm going to see all their listeners came from this one.
Okay, I want you guys to... Price is Right rules. Guess how many monthly listeners
Monthly?
this band has.
7.
Josh?
3.
Ken
100.
wins. It's 11. It's 11. Girl next door. Look, I'm not gonna yuck anybody's yum. All you 11 Worm Belly fans out there,
Whatever, guys.
whatever you're into.
What's
About
about
the
the artist say?
Oh, there's an About the Artist.
There is.
Look at that.
Sorry if this isn't interesting as we do our deep dive on worm belly.
They have 35.
Oh no, I just followed them. They have 35 followers, 11 of which listen to
Yeah.
them.
That notification went across all their phones.
Oh shit! Oh, well, I'm gonna.
And now they're
follow
going to see
them.
you unfollow.
No, I'll follow them. Fuck it. I'm not gonna do that to these guys.
Fuck, 2 in one day!
Well, they
Get the
did
band back together.
they did keep recording. What's
Worm Belly
most,
tour.
their most recent album came out in 2020.
I'm going to put this in a... Did it
Yes.
come out, or did they just put it up in 2020?
This on Spotify, it says that other one that we were listening to came out in 1996.
Okay.
So I kind of trust it.
All
Oh,
right.
they didn't have another release until 1990, or they had 1998 and then 2019. No, there was 2002. There was a gap, but it wasn't that huge. Let's see what their most recent shit sounds like.
You know, they broke up to, like, go to school and have their fucking wife and kids. Mm-hmm. And now they're old men who are like, let's get the band back together.
Getting the band back together. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
That's kind of a badass cover. I like that.
Yeah, but they stole it from fucking Rage Against the Machine.
I was gonna say, it's also very 1996,
Yeah.
just as different genre.
I'm not a fan of that.
A description popped into my head, but it's really mean.
I don't like it when you have a badass... There's a reason they stole it from Rage Against the Machine. They thought they were going to be Rage Against the Machine.
I think I'm done.
Yeah. Sorry, Wormbelly.
Worm Belly, I'd unfollow you if I'd follow you.
I won't. I want them to find this episode so I can tell them
I know, I'm
the
gonna put Wormbelly in the tags.
the
It's gonna
description.
make it on the fucking the blend now.
I'm gonna be like, Rob, thank you so much for introducing me to this artist, and he's gonna be like, what the fuck is Worm Belly? And he's gonna say the same thing that I'm thinking, which is that riff immediately made me think pussy ass CKY. And that's not a nice thing to say about somebody.
I don't like it when you have like a badass riff, and then you slow down at the peak of it.
Yeah.
Don't do that, man.
Well, they didn't want it to be a pop punk song
I guess not.
because it's not.
Sorry, Wormbelly. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like we're talking shit a little bit, but like honestly, I couldn't do better. I'm also the only one here who's not in a band.
I'm afraid to release anything we've done, but Hidden kind of did better.
We stayed in our lane, I'll tell you that. We knew how to do that. We knew what we're doing.
Yep.
Listen, if I ever learned to mix a song, Hidden would do better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's mixed well enough to be better. Speaking of CKY,
Uh-huh.
Casey and I are going to go see them at
Oh, yeah?
Love Drafts next month.
Oh, really?
I saw their name pop up.
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
we saw the show pop up, and we're like, did we go see CKY? And I'm like, I feel like we could go see CKY anytime we want, because they're from Westchester, and they probably play Westchester every couple of months.
That's
Somebody
down
has
the
them
street,
for...
though.
I honestly didn't.
Yeah,
know
it's right down
CKY
the
was
street.
Still,
Yeah, I don't
No,
know.
same.
I never listened to them outside of
Skate punk videos?
yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't really know much about them.
I knew 96. Was it bitter or quite bitter?
Quite better.
Quite bitter beings.
Quite better.
And I don't know another song by name, but I know if I heard another like popular song, I'd probably recognize
The
it.
sequel to 96 Quite Better Beings was Escape from Hellview. You
Okay.
probably know that one.
Possibly.
Sink into the Underground.
I don't know.
That's a popular one-ish.
I also confused them with him for a bit.
That's valid. They don't sound anything alike, but like
I just knew they all fucked in the same circle.
they do. They
Yeah.
totally do.
Well, they're both of those are like bands that are symbols as well. Like the CKY, the
logo.
name CKY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The logo meant more than just the band. It felt
Yeah.
like him.
Well,
was the
and it
same
became
way.
the series of skate
Yeah,
videos.
exactly.
And then the skate videos turned into like something else entirely
Yeah.
too.
Same with him. Like you know,
Well, and also-
the heartogram thing, but I don't know.
Bam Margera is the biggest him fan in the world. Famously has the heartogram
Mm-hmm.
tattoo, and then also his brother is the drummer for CKY.
Yeah.
So like, there's definitely
It's all
a lot of connections.
yeah. A lot of-
Yeah, I convinced the
Musical-
hologram with the Harry Potter thing happened.
Also valid.
It's just walking around perpetually confused.
You see somebody in a love metal T-shirt, and you're like, I'm not a big J.K. Rowling fan.
Driving down the
I liked her early stuff before she was outspoken.
just driving down the street, you see a Shell oil symbol. You're like, damn, look at him open up gas stations.
think everything's the him logo.
Yeah, like,
I'm logo illiterate.
That's Harussel. What a callback.
oh man,
Tell you what, though, I was very surprised. I recently was listening to some him on Spotify, which I'm happy to see that didn't pop up in the blend. But guess how many monthly listeners him has these days?
I'd say a couple thousand.
Okay,
10,000.
1.3 million.
Wow, really?
Yes.
See,
Are they
I would
s-
have gone I figured they went the opposite way because I.
I haven't heard a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Are they a band that like are they still around doing shit?
No, they haven't recorded anything in quite some time.
Okay.
I think it's been like aside from remasters, I don't think that they've put anything out since like 2013.
Okay.
And I think that 2013 release may well have been a live recording.
Yeah.
So like,
I thought like maybe they have like the fish thing going, where like
oh yeah,
they have their fans, but
their friends
they're
are
not-
following them around the country doing nitrous in the parking lot.
Well, Fisher now accused of being CIA.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, that's all we need. Next, we'll find out Jerry Garcia was sitting on the grassy knoll.
yeah.
There are a bunch of conspiracy. Yeah, conspiracy.
Filthy theories.
That's probably how I should talk when talking about conspiracy theories. But there are a bunch talking about how Jerry Berry and the rest of the dead are like CIA plants.
For what?
I guess to fucking fuck up the hippie movement. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, did the CIA care about the hippie movement that much?
Oh yeah, you know he did.
Oh, 100%. Oh yeah, it was a counterculture thing. And at that time,
It
the
was
the
pretty
CIA
big.
and the FBI
Yeah,
were
they're
like the straight laced,
Yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah, because it was pretty anti-war.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense, I guess.
So, all that stuff comes up about them having like infiltrators and groups back then at protests that started the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the same thing they were doing during the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
protests.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were putting out the
Tried and
fucking
true.
mysterious pallets of bricks. There was no reason for them to be there.
It was pretty fucking ridiculous.
Right? Everybody's like, wait a minute. There is no construction going on. Why are there pallets of fresh bricks all along the route of the protest?
Meanwhile,
No dust
the
on 'em.
obvious fucking CIA plan is like, who cares, guys? Let's throw 'em. Everybody grab a brick. They got your names.
Whenever we were at a protest, they would tell us beforehand. They're like, before we march, if you see anything like that, don't fucking touch it.
If you,
Like, don't even acknowledge it. That's bad juju. Fuck.
But you know what, man? They're like, hey, if the place still works, run it.
yeah. Exactly.
Like, I was thinking at the time, like, I want to huck a brick. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't have much of an
I
arm
know,
on me.
right?
I'm not
Like-
going to do that much damage.
Yeah.
Fucking CIA plan started the chair ride.
And the Ring of Honor show.
Like, I would never get swept up in something.
You know, we got it. This necro butcher, we gotta keep this guy in line.
Like a guy with a giant, ugly marijuana tattoo on his calf.
Oh, poor necro. He's stuck in Japan now.
Is he?
Yeah, I checked
I mean,
up.
he was supposed to be dead.
Yeah,
like 5
he
years
beat
ago.
like stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma or some shit. And then he came back to XPW, and then he flew over to like Big Japan or something and totally shattered his hip.
Ooh.
And like he's stuck over there. Like he's gonna take months for. There's like porn stars. Jasmine St. Clair.
Okay.
Open has like a fundraise, like a GoFundMe for him.
Wow.
I would never imagine that party running in the same circle.
Yeah.
Like, I know she had her ECW.
Yeah, no, she's like one of my dearest friends in the world. Yeah, I saw a video, I think I posted in the wrestling chat, where some guy talked about how Samoa Joe and Necro Butcher was the best wrestling match ever, in regards to like, hey, if you want to show somebody like a fucking match, this is the one you show.
Like somebody that's like, I don't get the wrestling
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, everybody I show this to was like,
Make a note. I'm going to watch that.
they're like,
I've
holy
never seen
shit.
that.
Holy shit. So I like went on this deep dive of Necro and I was like, oh, he beat cancer. Oh, the MAGA thing was him playing a character. That's reassuring.
Yeah, sure it was.
Yeah, I know, right? But, you know, kayfabe. I believe in Necro, so...
And Joey Ryan really didn't sexually assault.
Yeah, he also won a fuck ton of money betting on baseball.
Really?
Yeah, that's why he kind of disappeared before, because he's super smart. Like, he's a really smart dude.
How'd you make your fortune? Betting on baseball.
Yeah, what'd you do before that? Me and this other dude threw VCRs at each other's heads for
The
the
thing
tournament
is,
of death.
he was really fucking stupid until Samoa Joe power slammed him on his face.
Oh my god.
I watched that and I still don't understand how his body contorted that
Uh-huh.
way. I'm like, if you hit your face, how are you on your back?
The only thing I can think is when you were saying, like, we threw VCRs at each other's heads and then hesitated, and
Yeah.
I'm like, honestly, for a cut of the door. Like, not even
I mean,
for, like, you're selling tickets for this. It's, you're getting a percentage of the butts in the seats.
I mean, let's
to
be
throw
real.
VCRs at
It
each
was
other.
Very
Right.
debatable.
Shout out to our
At
friend
best, you're getting.
TFD Zach. He did it for fucking hot dogs.
Yeah.
That's basically what they were paid in. Oh, well, that was
Yeah, I might do it for hot dogs.
that was IWA Mid-South. It was probably hot dogs and painkillers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, that's a perfect combination if you got gout. All I'm saying, if I'm gonna eat a hot dog, I'm gonna need some painkillers to go with it. I'll save them for a couple days till it really kicks in. Then I'll take my colchicine and painkillers.
Old deathmatch Doug.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, chuck a VCR in my head. Do I get a hot dog? Is it a cheddar dog?
Can you get cheddar dogs?
How rare is the VCR?
Yeah, exactly.
That's an important
That would be so
consideration.
fucking funny. Doug's in a death match, and the VCR, he catches it and checks it out for a second.
Like, oh,
I know
that's shit.
Piece of shit.
It's a Sanyo.
Smashes it over his own head.
Yeah, you catch it.
Yeah,
You
check
look
it
at
out.
it, make sure that it's not worth much, and then you beat yourself in the
That
head
would
with
be
it, like
really
you didn't
fucking
catch
funny.
it.
Like if fans bring the weapons match, and you're like, I really can't hit you with this. I need to keep it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man.
I know you did. You like spray painted fucking CZW on the side of this old computer, and you really want me to throw it at this guy, but I'm gonna keep it.
Sorry, man. I'm gonna retrobrite it too.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna retrobrite it. I'm gonna install Leisure Suit Larry on it. I'm gonna have a whale of a time. It's what's gonna
Guy's
happen.
just standing there, like, his hands are still there holding where the computer
Yeah.
used to be. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, that's awesome.
Honestly, this all sounds like some like decent like local promotion kind of stuff. Like what's the guy's name who did the Sega CD champ at the one match? Was it Delirious?
Yeah.
I think it was somebody involved with
Yeah, it's
Chikara.
Delirious.
Okay, like that's some shit that he probably would have done. He wouldn't have been nearly as intelligible, but I could see that being
Delirious
a
was
gimmick.
like he probably booked somewhere now. He became a like Ring of Honor booker for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but that's when Ring of Honor really sucked.
Yeah, they did. That's after they were awesome.
That's unfortunate. I mean, he was a big Sega CD fan too, so taste is questionable.
Yeah.
I don't actually know that he was a Sega CD fan. Shit, I'm a Sega CD fan. We all know that my taste is questionable, so.
So going back to music, went through my first arena show. Not arena, stadium show last week.
First
How many
time ever?
titties you see?
None. I did see
What the
no titties. One guy.
He wasn't seeing Whitesnake or anybody like
No,
that.
I mean,
Ted Nugent,
it was
who just played here recently, I think.
York Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
York Fair. Aw. Aw, Ted.
Well, that's the biggest fair in the state, god damn it.
I think it is, but that might not be the flex you think it
There were
is,
some like
Nuge.
new metal bands that were playing there.
Yeah, that sounds
The
about
other-
right.
Hailstrom, is that a band?
Yeah.
They played there. One of my coworkers went to go see them.
Hailstrom.
I don't know.
Yeah, some
Fuck.
girl sings for them.
In Hollywood Undead.
I've never heard of them. Oh, okay.
I remember.
played there?
I think they wore, like,
Yeah, they.
the fucking scene paint and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, they played there.
Mudvayne.
I don't think they played there.
Get some Berber Dang up at the York Fair.
Rubber dang.
No, we saw it was Hershey Stadium. We saw Foo Fighters, the Hives, and Ammo and the Sniffers. They're fucking awesome.
Emil and the
They're
Sniffers.
fucking great.
That
Oh, yeah,
sounds
they're-
like a great name.
they're good.
So
They're really good. I
okay.
really enjoyed them. But we were on the
Yeah, make a note of that too.
bleachers, but on the floor there was a dude. Like as they were letting people through into like to the floor seats, he was just standing there until the Foo Fighters came on. He was just standing there fist bumping and getting pictures taken because he had a shirt on that said "I heart titties and tacos." He was just there fist bumping. Like anybody could wear that, buy that shirt, man. Just this old guy.
Amble and the Sniffers has over half the monthly listeners of him.
They're really good. They should have more.
I'm gonna go ahead and give
I
them a
like
listen.
them a lot better.
All right.
But yeah,
That sounds like a good show.
it was a good. I don't like the Hives. They sure like themselves.
I don't remember
Pretty good reason not to
what
like
the
them.
song was.
Oh man, they played it, but what was it? It was I don't know. What were the three bands that were going to save rock and roll with them? It was the Hives.
Jet. Was Jet?
Jet.
Oh my god!
I think it was Jet. Yeah, Jet.
Oh
and
my
was it the White Stripes?
Yeah.
Were the three of them? They were going to save.
Well,
rock
the White
and roll.
Stripes did save rock and roll, didn't they?
Yeah, right.
Like Jack White, pretty much by himself.
Well, he was going to be the savior of rock and roll, and now he's just like really likes really old blues. I mean, he bought a vinyl. He kind of did. He maybe
Really
not
Old
rock
blues
and roll.
is just rock and roll.
Maybe
That's
he
where that
didn't
came
save
from.
rock and roll, but he saved vinyl.
Yeah, that's for sure. With Lazaretto specifically, that
Yeah.
one album had every weird ass feature you could pack into a.
Well, no, he bought like
platter.
one of the last places you could press vinyl in this country.
Oh,
bought the plant.
Okay. So
So-
he was like, just to make sure this stays operational,
Yeah.
so that bands that want their shit to come out on vinyl
Yeah.
don't have to get it done in Germany.
Yeah, I know he did that. I don't know.
Okay.
They were really, really happy with it.
He also did a cover of a Mozart tune with the Insane Clown Posse. Just putting that out there.
What does the ICP do in a Mozart tune? Did they add lyrics to it? Or did they just...
I think they were just kind of acting like the hype men for Mozart. So the only reason they wanted to do it is because the piece was called Leck mich im Arsch,
Okay.
which means lick me in the ass.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Because it was Mozart.
Yeah.
If you've ever seen Amadeus, you know
Right.
that Mozart was a dirty, dirty little pervert.
Right.
So, like,
They played that... Was it Mr. Braun played that for us?
that piece?
The movie.
Oh, Amadeus. Yeah, we did watch that in school. didn't
Yeah.
we? At least parts of it. I think he fast-forwarded some
He might
parts.
have.
It might have been a laser disc so that he could skip chapters.
I do remember a teacher walking up to the screen just putting the hand up there.
Yeah, I think
They
it was-
tried to do that for Glory, too, because there was that one scene where a cannonball hit some dude in the head and his head exploded. But they were too slow on the draw, so it just happened, and then they paused it. They're like,
It's just like...
well. And we were all like, yeah!
Hate to say I told you so was the big
Yes,
song.
that was it.
Oh.
That was it, yeah. They started, yeah. I recognized the opening riff, and I leaned to D, and I was like, you may know this one. You may have heard this one.
Stop me if you've heard this
Yeah.
one.
They were a good band to go to the bathroom, too. I'll say that.
Could you hear him from the bathroom?
Yes.
Nice light accompaniment to your
Yeah.
your
To my
pedal.
urine.
Yeah.
I'm glad I went. I don't think I'm going... which I could have told you. Hate to say I told you so, but glad I went. Glad I experienced it.
Got to see Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters were fucking fantastic. I'm never going to a arena, like a stadium show again. That was too many fucking people.
How long did it take to get out of there?
Well, that was main reason I'm never going to go back. I think it took us an hour. It shouldn't have.
Just to leave the venue to get to the car?
No,
or to
like
get
once
out
we
of
got in the
parking
car.
lot?
The park.
Okay.
The problem was we couldn't see anything, and it was like 4 different lanes trying to converge into 2. Mm-hmm. And everybody's a fucking shithead, and nobody wants to
Everybody's trying to
That's right.
jam themselves in between.
If that had continued, it would have been even longer. But slowly from the very back of the line, people realized, like, oh, there's an exit, like, behind us. So people just, like, were turning around. And by the time it got to us, I was like, oh, look, you can just drive out down there.
Yeah.
Like, I would know where to park now and know how to get out. But there's a lot of people. I don't know that there's another show I would go to see anyways.
I've been to a few arena shows in my time, and, like, it was always good. Like, the third time I saw Green Day was at, like, Hershey Park Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh, Green Day.
Yeah.
And they made the news again.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. The MAGA idiots were mad that they changed the American Idiot line to a MAGA agenda.
Oh.
They did that shit years ago.
Yeah.
Did they forget and remember?
Apparently,
They didn't notice.
they fucking went off, and we gotta cancel Green Day now. Everybody boycott Green Day.
Okay.
When was punk all about politics? all the fucking greatest hits.
While they're wearing a Dead
I don't
Kennedys
know.
t-shirt.
Yeah, I don't know. The fucking Clash, you fucking clown. Shut up.
Literally the very first band that you could ever consider punk was heavily political. There's no argument to be had here. It's like telling Tom Morello to stick to music and stay out of politics.
Yeah.
He's like, I have a fucking master's in poli-sci.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding me?
Of course, nowadays you hear Johnny Rotten speak, and you're like, "Oh, God Save the Queen" was literal.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be argued that at that point, a lot of the stuff that people were doing that could be seen as transgressive was literally just for shock value, and they didn't actually believe in any of
Pistols
it.
were wearing swastikas,
Yeah.
so...
Yeah, so like, take literally everything that came out of that wave of punk with a huge chunk of salt.
I think in like a Johnny Rotten... I don't pay attention to Johnny Rotten,
Yeah,
but like...
it's not surprising that he turned out
I mean,
shitty,
just
right?
if somebody like Johnny Rotten sees Donald Trump and sees people getting mad about somebody being loud and obnoxious, he's going to be like, "Oh, that's like I was fucking 40 years ago."
That's my brother right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 50 years ago. Shit.
Yeah.
So, you know,
he is very much just a contrarian.
yeah.
Yeah.
I read his what, No Irish, No Dogs, No Blacks book, like back in high school. It's like, even at the height of like Johnny Rotten's music should mean everything to me. Reading that book, it's like, oh, this guy's a fucking imbecile.
Yeah, that's something you learn about the Sex Pistols pretty early in a punk rock career. You're like, okay, Sex Pistols. That's one of the first three that you got to check out.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I get the sound.
I get it.
And then you're like, okay, these guys are fucking dumb.
Moving on.
But you know, I like some of the music.
Yeah.
I like some Johnny Rotten's music with Public Image.
Okay.
Public
Public
Image.
Image.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, he makes some cool shit, but it's...
I like some Screeching Weasel songs.
Yeah, it happens.
Some. It's a short list. But like, I don't go around telling people that all the time.
Yeah, that was the wild thing at the Foo Fighters. Like when I texted you guys about, it was weird. I don't know who did the like in between band mix.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody is on point here, man. It was like Dead Kennedys and...
Did you figure out what song it was?
No. If it's not on Fresh Fruit, I don't know it.
Okay.
And it wasn't. So...
I was
Yeah.
trying to think of songs that like would be popular enough, but came later.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
there
I'd
aren't that many of them.
Yeah, I should just
honestly.
put... I mean, I would be able... I could tell you if I just listened to the discography.
Any time that I would put on Dead Kennedys on Spotify, I think they have a lot of different versions of the song on Spotify, but like it really, really thinks I want to listen to Holiday in Cambodia over and over and over. You know what? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's my big gripe with Spotify's algorithm.
Mixing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not great. It just gives you the hits.
Yeah. If you listen to one band, you don't get all the bands that sound like them. You get like 2 bands that sound like them, and the same 4 songs from all of those bands.
And then once it's done with those, it goes off some completely opposite direction. You'll be listening to punk, and it'll start playing like 90s like epic metal.
Yeah.
Angry
And you're like,
Disco-
what?
Disco rock, funk, go side.
Fuck,
Okay.
that's on my homepage now. I'm sorry, Wormbelly. Fuck. I would rather watch a good concert film than go to an actual like stadium show these days. Ghost came out with their film.
Yeah.
Right Here, Right Now, but spelled Rite.
Okay.
I saw that pop up on Usenet.
It's on the Plex too. If you're at all interested, I think it's a
Okay,
very
I'll listen
good
to a
concert
Ghost song.
film.
I don't think I've ever listened to a Ghost song.
I like them. I made the mistake though. I didn't like them for a while. I thought I didn't like the band, and it was because the song that I listened to was one of their bad but popular ones.
Yeah.
Well, that's not necessarily bad, but it was not something I was interested in.
Yeah.
I was like, this feels like a Nim Vind video that like didn't quite hit the mark.
Uh-huh.
And look, I'm not going to talk shit on Nim Vind, but his
He's an
videos are
artiste.
not.
Artiste.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we'll say that he is an
Yeah.
artiste.
That is an artistic pothead.
Yes. Yes, and you know what? If he could maybe be a little less high next time he comes to the States, I'd love to see him again. He was super nice.
Yeah.
But like the show suffered a
He's
little bit for
too
it.
high not to be nice.
He was like
He's also
super
Canadian
chill. Like,
too, so
it was actually really funny because the guy who was working the merch table didn't quite get how the like electronic payment thing that they had set up
Uh-huh.
worked, but he just kind of wandered up and was like, "Oh, here," and like he just like grabbed my phone and was like, "Do this and this and this," and he was like, "Okay, here you go." Like if you're actually ready
Yeah.
to check out, and I'm like, "Right on, man." And you know what? Thanks for coming down. It's good that we could come out and support you. And then the show happened, and I was like, I risked being thought of as potentially a Michael Graves fan for this, and we all did leave before Graves got on stage, including CK5.
Yeah.
Like the entire band was there, and we all left at the same time.
yeah. It's,
I was wearing a CK5 shirt too because I didn't know they were going to be there, and then like three of them were just standing around chatting in between bands, and they look over at me and they're like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, hey guys," and they're like, "We're in that band," and I'm like, "I know, I'm wearing a t-shirt," and they came over and chatted with us and stuff.
was
It was really good.
would you have stayed if Graves was advertised as wearing his trademark duct tape pants?
Oh my god. Fucking bullshit.
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, at that point, it was still very fresh and raw that
He was a
that
piece of
Graves
shit.
had become such a piece of shit. Like, yeah.
I mean, well, that was in fucking the Bush era because that's when I
Well,
He was on.
he was on the Daily
The
Show.
Daily Show.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But like, he had recently sort of upped the ante, and
And
I think
also,
2006 is probably the last time I actually watched him play.
yeah,
I think like the
5 or
era
6.
he was on the Daily Show, like being
Yeah, yeah, it was just
Conservative
like
wasn't
okay,
what it was today.
yeah,
yeah, true.
yeah.
Like, you
And,
had
like, he
this
didn't have to
general
double
acceptance
down.
That, like, yeah, okay, people have different ideas. They're not being outwardly harmful
Yeah,
Yeah.
towards everyone. But now, no, like, that's
American conservatism is kind of equated with Nazism now,
Right.
and like to go on fucking Joe Rogan and double down on it and just be like, no, this is what I fucking stand for. Yeah, no, we're gonna walk out before you get on stage, bro. I'm sorry that you got a cut of the ticket. I'm sorry you got that cut of the door for getting
we
that
might not
VCR
have.
truck.
Might not
together.
have because is that one of the shows where they ask you like who'd you
No,
came?
they didn't
Okay.
ask. It was, I think it was, and he was the headliner.
Yeah,
So we got to see.
that was yeah. If that was pre-COVID, that was when he was keeping a lot of our favorite musicians in fed
Yeah,
just
yeah.
by having a band.
We went and got to see Nim and Goolsby. Oh, I should have known that CK5 were going to be there because it was
Yeah.
Rolling Midnight. But like, and then Graves was on and he was headlining, and like the place, Michael Graves played to like 5 townies. I almost wish that I had stayed a little bit just to see how
There was
bare the room was.
A couple
after
years
that.
ago, maybe like a year or two ago, one of our friend groups, we were talking about him and his website where he was like advertising something, his tour or something. And I went and I saw like what like his packages were to get him to come play an acoustic show for you. And like it was either
Oh God, was it like a Fiverr gig kind of thing? Like,
I mean, it was bad.
Ugh.
And it was like the advertising was like, if you want Graves to come play a show for you in his makeup and his trademark duct tape pants, like as a selling point. Yeah, it's sad.
man.
I don't know, man. Using them fucking crowdfunding things to book your tours is so weird to me.
Believe it or not, Michael Graves is not on Cameo.
He probably got thrown off.
Yeah, he might have, yeah.
He almost definitely got thrown off. No, like I remember, it had to be like 10 years ago when Kevin Seconds, the lead singer of 7 Seconds, you know, like iconic early punk hardcore band, was trying to fund a new like tour van. And to do this, he like went on to Kickstarter, and he's putting up, you know, just like, hey, send me this and I'll send you some music, or book me at a show at your house. I'll get there when I can, and you can have like
When I have a
4
van.
other friends come and watch me play. And of course, you got to pay him for the show.
Sure.
That would be like Kevin Seconds sitting here in Doug's living room, and we'd
Doing
have
the
to go
podcast.
get somebody.
Yeah.
Like Bruce would be like, "No, I'm not. I've checked him out. I'm not really into the music." We'd be like, "Fuck, we gotta find somebody." So Kevin Seconds doesn't kill himself.
Bruce
in
is
the
like, I got a
parking
lot of papers to grade tonight. I can't make it.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
He got fucking dragged mercilessly across like several different punk areas of the internet.
Yeah, like
To the point that like he revised his reward tier to be like, okay, anyone can come out and see the show.
yeah, you know, 89. Maybe then people would be stoked to be hanging out with Kevin Seconds, but now you're just an old dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little depressing.
Like I don't want to hear your acoustic version of Young Till I Die
Yeah,
in my fucking living room.
I would pay to have Coxbar come play in Doug's living room.
Irony.
Yeah.
Just for us.
Oh, yeah.
That would be the best show ever.
I don't even care if they trash the place. Oh,
They wouldn't
man.
trash the place. They're
They're very respectful.
very old.
Yeah.
So say that they would play their set, and then they'd be back in their van at 7:30.
Yeah.
Be back in their van to go to bed
Yeah,
Yeah.
at 7:30.
long enough, early enough to hit the bar,
It's like,
have a drink, and then
I'll go down to the VFW down
go
the
down to
street.
VFW.
we were gonna stay for crisps, gents,
Yeah.
but we do have to be getting on to bed.
See our dumbasses trying to feed them English quizzes. Giving them crisps. Show up a cookie crisp.
Or they're potato chips, but they're like the real generic ones.
Yeah, just like chips on them. It's a white
It just
bag.
says
It
chips.
just says chips.
You're a working class band. You'll eat it. You'll like it.
You'll eat it and you'll like it.
was one-
If you don't eat your chips, you don't get dessert.
Yeah.
Which is like a blue bunny
is a
ice cream.
We
biscuit.
give them fucking
Yeah,
pudding.
it's a
We give them pudding because they're old.
Tapioca.
Yeah. Trying to feed them. They're like, I know you just fucking rocked our asses off. You're back to being old men now. Oh, man.
And they're like, we love tapioca. That doesn't translate through the microphone. But I just did a real great old man licking his chops.
Oh, I'm sorry, Coxbar.
Coxbar, stop sucking your teeth.
You know it drives us crazy. Not in the good way.
Oh, man. There was one really good thing that made me laugh during Foo Fighters. Like, they close with Everlong.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the point near the end of the song where it goes from loud to quiet.
Yeah.
It's on, if you look it up, it's really funny. Because, like, I'm there, I'm feeling it, like, I'm listening, I've got my eyes closed. And all of a sudden it goes quiet, and Dave's just like, oh, fuck, I choked on my hair. I was just like, whoa, what?
I fucking love Dave Grohl. He better not ever turn out
And I
to be
was
shitty.
like, because then I was like, I looked it up on YouTube, and I was in it. I was like feeling the songs. So I didn't hear him, but you can like literally hear him choke on his hair before it goes quiet.
Did they do the thing where the song started out real quiet and it made you think that they were gonna do the whole song like that, and then like
No,
okay. They sometimes do like a
Yeah.
real dramatic version
Yeah,
of that
no.
song when they close with it.
I feel
That's
like
pretty damn good.
2 hours and 45 minutes.
Just for Foo Fighters?
Yeah, they played a long time.
You're gonna get your money's worth.
You did.
You're gonna get more than you want.
Yeah.
I would
It
probably
got to
have
that
left.
point. It got to that point where I was
I
like,
knew
all
you were
right,
going to
guys.
go there, and I'd been like, all right.
Well, I looked at.
I've had my
There
fill.
was one point that I looked at my phone to see like what their last set list was, and I was like, okay, we're getting close because, like,
The last set list was exactly the same as the set list that
yeah,
time.
it was,
Yeah.
which was nice. It was cool because like I didn't get to see Taylor Hawkins, which would have been amazing, obviously.
Yeah.
But Josh Freese
Would have been amazing if you saw it.
Yeah, really. But Josh Freese from the Vandals is their drummer now, and he's like one of my favorite drummers. So that was cool to see. I didn't realize how much.
Josh Reeves is like, hey, PA Vandal,
Hey, buddy!
remember me?
Evil Kenny.
I didn't realize how even the the guitarist and the bassist were from punk rock bands.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. The bassist is from Sunny Day Real Estate, and the guitarist is from No Use for a Name.
Huh.
So it was a lot of punk rock history on that.
Isn't Pat Smear still a
Pat Smear? Yeah,
Okay.
Pat Smear's the rhythm guitarist.
I don't remember who I was. It was probably a reaction video. I like to watch reaction
Yeah.
videos on YouTube sometimes, just to see people react to things that I love for the first time and live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
And then I change it real quick when it becomes clear that they don't really like it very
Yeah.
much. But they were like, Pat Smear is just such an unfortunate name, and I was alone. And I'm sitting there talking to the screen. It's not his real name.
Yeah.
He picked that. It's supposed to be that way. He is still with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the movie that they did.
Yep.
Which I thought was fun.
It was fine. Yeah, it was fun.
It was
I
a
mean,
fun
it wasn't going to be any better than it was. So.
No.
It was,
It's never going to be like a cult classic.
No, it was right
but-
where it needed to be.
See, I saw some video on YouTube not too long ago of Pat Smear still giving someone a Germs Burn. Now the Germs Burns. It's a cigarette burn,
Okay,
but the
I figured.
rules are you can only get it from a member of the band
Ah.
or someone who got it from a member of the band. So it's got like that lineage to it.
Oh, okay, so like if somebody got one from somebody who got one from a member of the band, they could not then administer one.
No, if somebody got one from someone who got one.
Oh, okay, so it has to
Okay,
be like
okay,
a
so
direct.
There has to be a lineage.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
Say Pat gave it to Ken and Ken gave it to me. It would be legitimate in the Germs
I hope
Burn.
Pat-
But then if you gave one to me,
It would still be.
to be
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would hope Pat would tell me that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not just gonna sneak up on you and
for
burn you
some,
with a cigarette.
like if for some reason, like I mean, Dee got us good seats, but she didn't get us like backstage or anything.
Right.
But if she did, and I'm like, hey Pat, like, yeah, man, I know the Germs. He just like, burns me with a fucking cigarette that he wasn't smoking. I'd be like, what the fuck?
His eyes just go like
Yeah.
Bilbo reaching for the ring.
I look at his eyes, and it's just a germ circle.
But no, I saw the
man.
video of I saw a video of him giving one out not too long ago, and like I sort of respect
That's
that even into
that's
his old
fucking
age,
cool, right?
Yeah.
he's still just a fucking degenerate
Yeah.
old man.
Yeah,
That's fucking cool. I don't have a
Still
problem
just
with
a germ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
It is, and I think
I'd have picked a better fucking band to get burned to. But like, Germs were cool, but that's not the band that I would.
look, I own a single Germs record, and I could count on no hands the number of times I've actually played it. If I'm going to be honest with you, but they were a very entertaining part of Decline of Western
Yeah.
Civilization.
I respect them for what they were.
Yeah. Look, if Pat Smear was like, "Hey, do you want a Germs Burn?" Yeah, I do. I don't have the cred to get a Germs Burn. I only just now found out it was a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd take
Probably
him up
talk
on
into
it. Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine him trying to...
You're like, I've
convince-
never smoked a cigarette,
Yeah, could
but...
you imagine trying to convince me? Like, texting Josh like, yo, is this a fucking thing? Or is Pat Smear fucking with me?
I'm trying to imagine what he would tell you. It's only going to hurt for a few days, and it'll only disfigure your body for the rest of your life.
Punk rock.
It's pretty punk.
I think Belinda Carlisle's giving him.
You know what? Probably.
That would be... I would rather have it. I mean...
When's Belinda Carlisle
Yeah.
playing Hershey? I'm waiting backstage.
Yeah, exactly. With a pack of Newports.
Back in Newports.
It's like the autograph lines on that side.
A
The Germs
cigarette.
Burn line is on that side.
Well, she's signing autographs with the right hand, giving the burns the left
Burning
hand.
people. She got someone else smoking them just...
Yeah. No, the instructions are you have to have the cigarette lit,
Yeah.
and
right,
burning hot
'cause
enough
gotta
when you
keep
get
going.
to her. Because like
Yeah.
if she's got to wait, no soup for you.
Yeah.
That is always a weird one to me. Belinda Carlisle in the Germs.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't that weird at the time, but later it became weird.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I guess everything she did after that was really the weird
Go-Go's
part.
were part of that scene.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Just the... I don't know.
I have a Go-Go's record I'm getting rid of. Either you guys want a Go-Go's record?
No.
Which one is it?
I think, was the album called We Got the Beat?
I don't know. But you know what? I probably just should say no, because I don't even have the record player hooked up anymore. They'd just be taking shit back to the house.
Beauty and the Beat, that's what it's called. My bad.
Did they get, like, discovered and packaged?
No. They were...
just... They just did their thing and it got...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think Jane Weedland had like her own sections of Under the Big Black Sun, which was, I say John Doe from X, but it was just a bunch of like essays from people who were there in like the first wave of the LA punk scene, and John Doe basically organized it.
Okay.
But yeah, she had her section of it. John Doe had one. I think Rollins had one. Keith Morris, maybe.
Oh, that brings up another band. We'll put a pin in that.
What's that?
Oh, Black Flag just played HMAC.
Oh, yeah, I do remember.
Not the
about
good
that.
part of HMAC. They played Stage on Her.
Really?
Casey sent me
What?
the digital flyer, and it was like, Black Flag playing Stage on Her. Yes, we said Stage on Her. And she's like, I love how they pointed out that this iconic band was
Spotify-
playing the shitty
Spotify
stage.
just emailed me that the Circle Jerks and Black Flag are playing somewhere nearby.
My question was, and I'm sure you could also probably guess what
I
this
don't
question was, which
I don't know.
Black Flag?
I don't fucking know. We just discussed this.
I think...
I don't
They
know
didn't
which
say.
Black Flag is the proper one to like.
No!
So I believe if it's actually called Black Flag, it is the scat Black Flag.
Okay.
It is...
Yeah, Flag
I
is...
mean,
Okay.
technically, I guess Greg Ginn's Black Flag would be the real Black Flag.
Do they
but-
bill themselves differently?
Flag.
They
No.
just call themselves
There's
Flags?
Flag and Black Flag.
Yeah.
Oh.
Black Flag would be Greg Ginn's
Oh,
Black
okay.
Flag, which I guess he'd be the only original member.
Uh,
But, I mean, Greg Ginn's just a piece of shit. And there's a whole bunch of issues there.
There's a reason why Flag exists.
yeah. So that
Yeah,
people will
so-
come see them.
Yeah.
And then Flag was the, like, Black Flag All-Stars, basically,
Ah.
that people actually did want to see.
I told Casey that she sent me the flyer the day after the show. Like, we didn't find out
Yeah.
about it until it had already happened, which happens a lot at HMAC, honestly. But I I told her I might have been interested if Rollins was playing, but that will literally never happen. So don't bother telling me Black Flag's playing because I'm not going to be interested unless he's there. I mean, even if he was just in the crowd, that would be kind of cool.
That would be better.
I'd try to find a copy of.
That's just heckling Craig James.
I'd try to find a copy of Henry and Glenn Forever to get him to sign it.
Oh, you know, it's okay to have that. It's Glenn is the one you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably.
Glenn's the one being a real Rollins about it.
Yeah. I mean, even if you fucking did show it to Glenn, he's not gonna do shit to you.
Well, no, but he's afraid you'll knock him out.
Yeah.
I've seen a clip of Henry Rollins signing a copy of it, and I think it might have been the first time he'd seen it, and they were explaining to him what it was, and he was like, "Oh, that's amazing. Do not show this to Glenn.
Yeah. No,
He won't like it."
It's not the same show. Black Flag on Dee's birthday. I don't think she'll want to go. Circle Jerks on September 10th in Reading. So,
I know Black Flag is playing This Is Hardcore. Maybe that's...
Oh.
yeah, that could be it.
We're going to 2 shows next month, which is a lot of shows in 1 month for us.
What do you want to see?
We're going to CKY at Love Drafts, and we're also going to see at XL, which that was the main reason I didn't want to go see them at first, because I'm not interested in going to Club XL, honestly. They seem like they suck.
Well, hey, who are you going to go see?
Coco Bordello.
Okay.
Like, Casey really wanted to see Coco Bordello. She got to see them in Italy
Yeah.
on the steps of a cathedral.
And she's going to go see them at Club XL?
Yeah, right?
Say...
She's like, I just want to see them again. And I'm like, okay.
It's not going to be as good.
That's where we're going to have to see them if we're going to see them.
There is no atmosphere at this show, honey.
Josh will be in the strip club across the street.
Yeah.
You guys get bored.
Where...
They might burn the place down. Who knows?
So I
say they. I mean Eugene. I mean one person in that band might burn the club down.
So the local game store that I get stuff from is in Steele.
Okay.
And typically I go from like the mall down Paxton and swing around.
Okay.
Where is Club XL in relation to that? Because I saw parking for Club XL on 230, and I was like, I didn't think this was anywhere near 230. Did Club XL start somewhere else and move?
Look, they might have parking blocks away. Who knows?
I really don't know.
Because it's nothing. There's nothing there. It says Club XL parking, which makes me think they moved because...
Oh, they're on they're right near Cameron and Paxton.
Okay.
Like
right.
over by Tres Hermanos, which is like my favorite local Mexican restaurant.
Okay.
Maybe we'll stop and get Mexican too. Hell yeah.
Is it down by
I'm gonna be stuck in standing room only at XL Live after eating Mexican. That's gonna be great.
Go around the corner to that fucking steakhouse.
Dodge City.
Yeah, Dodge City, you can get yourself a big ass prime rib.
I said that like I knew that was the name of the place, but I'm still looking at Google Maps. That's how I know.
Okay, yeah, Dodge City. I got some I got an unhealthy slab of prime rib there one time. I was like, that was fantastic. Never bring me back here.
You know, it shouldn't surprise me that Amyl and the Sniffers were on with Foo Fighters because, you look at it, they do have like a bunch of connections to like punk music.
Nobody gave a fuck about them.
I didn't think they would.
No, they didn't. They didn't care. They fucking rocked and nobody gave a shit. So I was like, I respect the shit out of that.
I imagine they're probably used to it.
Yeah,
because like you go to the Foo Fighters, you understand the typical Foo Fighters crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Foo Fighters got real mainstream.
It was everybody, every walk of life was there. I'll say that. It was, I mean, they've been a fucking relevant band for 30 years. So
yeah.
You gotta expect that, but
they've been a relevant band since it was just Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
When I had heard Amyl and the Sniffers were coming to Hershey, I assumed it was on the Green Day Rancid thing. But that's actually Green Day Rancid and Smashing Pumpkins.
And the Linda Lindas.
The Linda Lindas, yeah.
That's their opening for that.
Wow, Green Day and Smashing Pumpkins in the same show.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Next weekend.
And like, I would love to see Rancid.
Not there.
No.
Not there at all.
But
So-
I also wouldn't drive to Philadelphia to see Rancid.
Yeah.
In a more typical Rancid venue.
Like if they played the Giant Center, I could be talked into that.
Oh.
Parking would suck, but it's a Giant Center, so maybe as many people there, and you could sit.
Well, I remember looking up tickets, like maybe a month and a half ago,
Uh-huh.
and they were still like well over $400 for nosebleed tickets.
Mm-mm.
Like I would never pay
No.
$400 to see Rancid.
It's funny because I agree with you, but D paid like
Deep ponied up, huh?
she ponied up. I mean, yeah, she paid I think $1,000
She
total.
said, "This is your birthday and Christmas."
Yeah, basically.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's my 40. She was like, I had
And
mentioned.
you're gonna find out she's the one that actually really wanted to go.
Yeah. This is the first show her and I went to together that wasn't an OAR show.
Really?
Yeah. So it's the first time we went to a show that I wasn't going along to get laid.
It was the first show that you went to that you like enjoyed.
OAR is fine.
I feel the same way.
They're fine. It's not my kind of music, but
if-
they're not offensive.
If I'm
They're
high,
probably CIA plants.
Yeah.
yeah, right. If I'm high, OAR is amazing.
Yeah.
But I've just got to be fairly blazed.
I've gotten I've gotten drunk at every time too, so. Then
Casey,
last time we saw him, the middle, it was like a middle guy with a band. I forget who it was. He wanted so bad to be like playing in a rock band because he was fucking kept playing Black Sabbath in between songs on his acoustic guitar, and like played all that. I'm like, dude, like you're.
I need to establish my cred between songs.
Yeah, and he was like, I bet none of you know this. You know, and I'm like, wow, man, you're trying really
I
hard.
bet none of you know the most recognizable
Yeah.
Black Sabbath song.
I bet none of you know one of the top 10 guitar riffs of all time.
It's like, dude, fuck.
As deemed by WatchMojo.com.
Fuck.
It's like, fuck you, dude. Matt something. I don't remember what it was. I know people were like, oh, he was amazing. He was a fucking idiot. It's like,
How are you the guy playing Black Sabbath at an OAR concert?
on your fucking
And you're the
acoustic
nerd.
That one Ammo and the Sniffer song, Maggot, is stuck in my head.
Really?
Just the chorus is maggot, 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 be free. Come on, maggot, put your maggots in me. Like, wow, that takes balls to fucking sing that shit. That's a hell of a lyric.
Did they play Go Fuck Yourself?
No.
I think that's the name of
No,
it.
they did not.
GFY.
No, they didn't play that.
It especially takes some sack to sing a lyric like that when it's biologically inaccurate, because technically a fly would be putting maggots in you.
Unless you're calling sperm maggots, which is...
Well, that's true.
How do you react to a chick telling you to bust your maggots in me?
I bust my maggots in. I throw a load in. What are you talking about?
Oh, Doug, I love you. No hesitation.
Speaking of throwing loads.
Zero hesitation.
Zero hesitation.
I ask afterwards if she's on the pill.
My little Doug maggots are swimming in there, honey.
Speaking of throwing loads, Cancer Slugger coming back to York, I think, in October.
Okay.
I might
Okay.
be seeing the show
Sold
in
out.
October too.
Sold out last time.
It did.
Damn.
Yeah.
KMFDM didn't even sell out here in Cancer Slugger gonna? All right. Yeah, no, I would totally be down to see Cancer Slug again. That'd be awesome.
Skid Row Garage is like putting on a lot of surprisingly big shows.
Mhm.
And I mean, I wouldn't have lumped Cancer Slug in with a big show, but like, I mean, they had Negative Approach,
Yeah.
I think last week. They had another big name because they're doing like their anniversary thing.
Negative Approach would have been cool.
I think, Sheer Terror is supposed to be there in September. Slapshot and someone else are playing HMAC in September.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Like
It's weird.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that Cancer Slugs merch is any more reasonably priced at their shows these
No.
days? Yeah, I don't think I'll be picking up a T-shirt, but
I really don't know.
yeah, $40 for that horror record was fucking robbery.
Yeah.
They didn't even bother to give you a decent sleeve with the damn thing.
No. At least when you buy some of Goolsby's overpriced shit, it's not
It's at least
bad
nice.
quality.
Yeah.
It holds up to being lifted off the table.
Generally, like the sleeve that you get with Goolsby's shit
Yeah.
is like gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's nice. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you at least almost got your money's worth for it. You're like, yes, I could have just
Yeah,
listened to this
like,
on Spotify,
this
but this is a nice record.
Feels slightly overpaid for what you paid.
Yeah.
It's not notebook paper glued together.
Yeah, which is what fucking horror was. It was. I mean, it was like wrapping paper. It was like one step up from Christmas wrapping paper, because the record just cut right through the bottom of it.
That's how Exhuming Graves was for me. But I could tell, like, the insert and the sleeve itself, you know, they weren't shit quality, but those records were just handled like shit on the way to America. 'Cause they are all just...
Because everything had to come from overseas for that.
Have you seen what that goes for now?
No, it's a couple $100.
I think it's a few $100. It's kind of insane, honestly. Like, I would love to own a copy, even if it is beat to shit. But, like, I'm damned if I'm going to pay $350 for a beat to shit record. Well, it's several records, right? It's like a...
No, it's just one.
I thought it was like 2 or 3 7-inches.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just one
okay.
split 10-inch.
Okay. Let me run a tour by you.
All right.
Because Casey told me about this, and she said, I don't know what kind of drugs I'm supposed to take for that show. Coheed and Cambria,
Okay, they're playing Club XL.
Primus,
It just came up.
and Puddle's Pity Party.
I don't know what that. Oh, that's the clown.
That's the clown.
That's
Yeah.
the clown. Yeah.
Like, legitimately also don't know what kind of drugs I should be taking for
What do you
that
take
show.
for Coheed?
Is that all that?
Oh, you just get high. Or drunk.
Is that entire show at Club XL?
It might be.
I saw that.
I didn't
just
know
saw,
that they were coming to
I just saw
XL.
Coheed on the way over here playing Club XL. Primus. Shaking hands with beef.
Yeah, I would think Primus is a bit above Club XL, but I don't know.
Maybe not.
I mean, they
I don't
were
know.
a festival band. They had a bunch of people jumping around that probably didn't understand what they were hearing, but they were a festival band.
I mean, I feel like Primus is LSD? Or is that too far?
Maybe speed. I think you'd have to be pretty fucking methed out to match Claypool's vibe.
See, and that's the problem with that tour, because Coheed's probably headlining, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Primus and Coheed might be like co-headlining.
Well,
but
but
Coheed might actually be headlining.
that's what I think, right?
Yeah.
They're probably more
Yeah.
relevant to
to a wider audience.
probably at this point.
Yeah.
And then-
Coheed's still pretty big.
But-
Primus, I
but-
think
but
that their
if-
fan base has
if
gotten...
we've just
Old.
come to the original
Yeah.
question, if Coheed is a get high band and Primus is a harder drug band,
What's Puddles? That's the Depression.
Yeah,
it's an antidepressant.
Puddles is the alcohol
Yeah.
band.
Puddles is you take your Wellbutrin or whatever.
yeah, like just the Zoloft, trip balls, cap it off with your vape pen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ken told me about this one the other day. You know who Limp Bizkit's touring with? Corey Feldman.
Okay.
So-
what?
Out of nowhere, a couple weeks ago, I bit the bullet and switched to YouTube Prime,
Okay.
YouTube Premium, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's really nice, but I did that, and then all of a sudden YouTube thought was like, oh, this guy needs to see some fucking Limp Bizkit right now.
Wow.
Because like I remember I was
they're like taking things, you know, from your activities and like giving you what the things you want to see based on that, and based on the fact that you gave them money.
Yeah.
They decided you wanted some Fred Durst.
Yeah,
in your
because
life.
like the TV was like, it wasn't playing any YouTube videos, the app, and I saw like it didn't say premium on it when our other TV does. So I was like, oh, sign out, sign in, and then it was like, boom, Limp Bizkit. I'm like, so I watched it. Like it was them playing like,
stop rewarding it.
Yeah, I know. It was just
You're giving it positive reinforcement.
It was like they had just played in Brazil, and it was like a live show that they put up, and I was like, huh. The hell do they look like nowadays?
Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
Okay.
I kind of scrolled through because I didn't remember really many Limp Bizkit songs.
I remember Break Stuff.
This is a show for you. They
They just played Break Stuff 5 times.
They opened and closed with it.
Opened and closed.
Yeah.
There was multiple Break Stuff.
Yeah.
They had a Break Stuff reprise.
Yeah, like
at the end.
they opened with Break Stuff, and I was like, all right, that it was like kind of cool, like that riff opening a show and shit, and them coming out. And I watched a little bit, and I was like, I don't really remember. Like they did Faith, what up in My Way, but I know that from WrestleMania, so I don't know.
Counterfeit was a big one.
Counterfeit,
No,
Nookie?
Counterfeit might not have been big.
Nookie.
Counterfeit was just a single before.
I
Faith.
remember Counterfeit being.
I
It got play.
It got play on
Formula
Fox.
did not cover.
Yeah,
Counterfeit.
you're right.
Formula didn't cover Counterfeit, so I don't know that one. That's where I know my Limp Bizkit songs from.
Fucking Formula. That's the band I was trying to think of when we were listening to fucking Worm Belly. I was like, I'm thinking Siva, but it's not that.
No, that was the
Formula
other
is, yeah.
band.
Formula was like McAlpine? Yeah.
And Flurry.
Yeah.
Flurry, Croft, and Coons.
Croft was also in Siva, though, I think.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it?
Well, Siva was the band that Formula became.
No.
Weren't they?
No. Wait.
I mean, they may have been like some people who were in it. Yeah, I guess.
Wait, who was in
kinda.
Siva?
Egan? Don Egan, I think, was in
Okay,
Siva?
I'm thinking of the fucking Evans twins
Oh.
with the other guy, the guitar guy.
Oh, I don't remember what their band was called.
Yeah,
I don't either.
they're a Metallica cover band, is what they were.
Well,
Everybody said they were really good, and then we played with them at the school, and they were just Metallica. We're the only band that played originals, and we couldn't hear each other, and we played like shit. So, joke's on
That's
us.
disappointing.
I couldn't hear shit, so I couldn't hear where anybody was, and I'm not good enough drummer to. I was not a good. Definitely at that point was not a good enough drummer to hold everything together.
Nah.
could you imagine like hyping yourself up playing in front of people from your school and thinking like, this
Oh,
is it,
it's
man.
fucking awful.
Some chick says, you hear this?
I mean-
and be like, I'm gonna suck that dick for the next 4 years.
Oh man,
And then you're terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no way there, so that at least worked out. There were a couple people there that were just like hyped to see. Like a couple of my friends were there.
Yeah. Just came out to support.
Yeah, and they were like, I fucking know what punk rock's supposed to sound like, so you guys are great.
I can confirm that Coheed, Primus, and Puddles are not playing XL.
Okay, so just
Okay.
I guess it's just Coheed.
Alright,
Coheed's doing more than one tour this summer, apparently. Which indicates they're probably headlining the Coheed
Yeah.
Primus tour, too. I have to imagine that Puddles is probably like the second opener.
I could imagine that being a reverb show.
Yeah. I don't know who. There's got to there's got to be a local opener on that show.
Yeah, there would
Because you don't
be,
open
yeah.
with fucking Puddles.
Oh, fuck no.
Because
No, you yeah, no.
Yeah, Puddles is an old man. He'd have a little bit of an ego there.
well, just like
Sure, but also like
He was
Puddles
like,
is a
I
consummate
was on-
professional as well.
and he
so.
was he was like, I was on that talent. America's Got Talent.
Was he?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, there's ego there.
Marcus was talking about hanging out and drinking with him the one time
Yeah.
in Vegas. I guess he plays Vegas a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm sure.
Which is what you do when you're an act like Puddles Pity
Yeah,
Party.
that's about it. That's all you know for.
Pretty much. But he said dude was in makeup and costume the whole time and did not say a damn word the whole time because
Live the gimmick.
he's a professional.
Man.
Kayfabe motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spotify. But yeah, that Limp Bizkit show was weird.
Clowns are huge into kayfabe.
And then Spotify gave me the Butthole Surfers today. That was fun.
What song? Pepper?
Pepper, yeah, obviously.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was listening to The Sponge.
Like, will
Yeah.
I wake? Oh, fuck yeah.
That's
dude.
a fucking jam right
That
there.
fucking song.
That's a jam.
That song rips.
Yeah, it does. I thought that was Social Distortion for the longest time.
It could so easily be a Social D song.
Yeah, it could, right? It definitely sounds like it could be Social Distortion.
Absolutely.
And then I found out today, just as I was listening to it on a whim, I was like, what drug is on that cover of that album? Like, there's a bunch of pills.
Oh, so you looked up the pill identifier?
Yeah, well, no, I was like, what? Like, it looks like candy.
It's Tylenol 3.
And I always thought, like, growing up, like, man, this must be like a druggy band. Because they got pills all over, and it's like pills that look like candy corn. It's fucking candy corn.
Oh, it was candy corn.
Yeah.
I need to look it up.
Yeah. And actually, the name of the songs, or the name of the album's Rotting Pinata. And I found out that was because they were sitting around talking about G.G. Allen.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 100% candy corn.
Yeah. Yep.
Were you that naive back in the day that you saw candy corn and you were
Dude,
like,
I
that
was-
looks like drugs?
I was. That was Christian punk era, man.
That's true, yeah.
That must be drugs. There's no way that's candy corn.
Yeah.
That's probably.
This band doesn't sound wholesome enough to be candy corn.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah.
Candy corn was
I
a
bet
little-
that's acid.
I mean, candy corn was a little at that point.
That
Little
is
Halloween.
absolutely candy.
Yeah.
Candy corn is the devil's treat.
Yeah. 'Cause I think the devil would tempt you with better candy than candy corn.
Oh, he could, but what he's into is candy corn. The devil's all about
that's what
candy
he does
corn.
for a treat.
Yes, it's the devil's treat.
No, that song's a fucking jam right there.
If you hang out with the devil, like he's not tempting you, he's already got like hold over you. He makes you eat the candy corn with him. It's not a treat for you.
Oh, man, candy corn is so gross.
Yeah.
It's like wax sugar.
I can sometimes stomach a few candy corns, but like I'd rather eat circus peanuts than candy corn if I'm being
100%,
honest.
100%.
Yeah, and like I recognize that circus peanuts are also fucking gross.
No, 100% circus peanuts are way better than candy corn.
Yeah.
That Lewis Black thing about candy
You gonna
corn.
weigh in on this one?
I'd probably lean towards candy corn
Really?
Yeah?
over circus peanuts.
I can handle some dissent on this matter. That's fine.
But I wouldn't pick either of them.
Yeah.
One of
really.
these days in the future, when you need my help, I'm gonna throw the candy corn thing in your face. But for now, we're fine.
Next time we have a lull in shows, people, listeners are going to be like, oh, Josh asked for help. Though it was like, I would help you.
I don't
You like
know.
candy corn.
It's your support of candy corn is really concerning to me.
Sorry, you're going to have to find you're going to have to find your own flat tire fixer.
What if not like straight up candy corn, but the candy corn shaped like pumpkins?
Ooh.
There's something better about those, and I can't figure out what it is.
I think it's the ratio of surface area to like inside, because most of a regular candy corn is outer shell.
Yeah.
So it's very waxy.
Yeah.
But you get a lot of just the inside of the soft candy center with the pumpkins. Honestly, I think that
I'm not going to say I like them,
they're
but
so
I like
much
them
better.
better.
Yeah.
I like them way better.
I might put those on at least almost the same footing as circus peanuts.
Okay.
This needs to be your return to YouTube. Hero Games rates candy corn.
Rates candy corn, different varieties of
Yeah.
candy corn. I'll track down all the weird, obscure candy corns
There's
from
some that
around
have,
the
like,
world.
a brown part to it.
Yeah, some of them are like they're just like orange, yellow, and white, and sometimes they're like brown, orange, and
Yeah.
yellow or something.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, it'll taste the same though.
Yeah.
It'll taste like utter garbage.
You know, so talking to I mentioned
I have very strong opinions.
so I just said flat tire, and that reminded me. I have the weirdest thing happening in our neighborhood right now.
People going around stepping on the back of people's shoes.
No. So just the whole HOA. Just you go walk down to get the mail, and
Flat tire.
you better not have fucking Crocs on, otherwise you're gonna end up on your face.
Yep.
No, Friday night I saw there was like
Drinking Manischewitz.
outside there was a car with like
Also utter garbage, but I love it.
the yellow like tow truck lights outside my house. So I looked out there and there was like a shirtless guy and a lady and a cop. They were doing something with a car. And I was like, okay, going to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
I don't need this shit.
Nope,
I'm going to
nope.
bed.
Not the first time I did that in this story. Saturday, I'm out in the garage. The garage door was open, and I was just getting ready to put the garage door down, and these two, like, Spanish girls come up, and they're like, hey, excuse me. Yeah, they're like, do you know how to put a car battery in? I was like, I've never done it.
I could probably
Yeah,
figure
I
it
was like-
out.
They're like, do you have any tools? I was like, no, I'm standing right in front of the tools, so yeah.
This is how a porno I saw once started.
It's also a murder. I suppose.
And she was not fucking me. There was no interest in what I got going on down here.
Well,
She was looking
I
for,
always assume that as well.
she was looking for females.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Got
pretty
it.
clear.
She heard there was a teacher living in that house.
Yeah, exactly. So I gave him like
She likes a lot of guys, but she just don't dig their equipment,
no,
you know?
not at all. So I gave him some wrenches, and I was like, yeah, I'll go look it up quick. So I did.
I can watch a YouTube video.
That's exactly what I did. I was like, oh, okay. It's fucking simple.
Yeah.
So I went out, and I was like, all right, let me help these ladies. So I'm...
You bust out your ratchet.
Yeah, I got my ratchet, came out, and I was like, this will work better. And I saw my neighbor come out with his toolbox to try to go back in. Fuck you, Mark. Which he confirmed to D that he was like, yeah, I saw Ken helping. And I was like, no, he's got it. Which made me laugh. But so
I was wondering when you first said that, like, did they go over and ask him? And he's like, yeah, let me look and see if I can find my toolbox. And then
Maybe, I
they
don't
didn't
know.
wait. They just went to the next house.
maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But so I got the battery out, put the new battery in, got it all hooked back up.
Oh,
The
baby
car
birds.
started, and I was like, yay, awesome. I walked away, and the car was running, and then they turned the car off, got back in their other car, and drove away. So, okay, I don't know what's going on, but car starts, so. And then they came back the next Sunday, and they were, or whatever day, and they were open the back of the, it's like a Kia with a hatchback, like open that, and then they open the side door and they put a little kid in the car. I was watching this because my dogs were freaking out, so I was just, okay, what are they doing now? This is my story now too.
Yeah.
They took the kid out, closed the car up, and left. And then Sunday night around 8 o'clock,
Wait, they put the kid in, then
Yeah.
took the kid out, and
left.
left.
Yeah, I don't.
They were, like, sizing the car. Like,
don't know.
does the kid fit in the car? Yeah, it looks like it. All right, take him back out.
Well, 8 o'clock Sunday night, at my door, open the door, Spanish guy. And he's like, hey, this is my sister's car? And I was like, yeah, I helped him put the battery in. He's like, all right, cool. He's like, I told the police, I'm telling all your neighbors, they locked the keys in the car, so I'm going to break the window.
Okay. Yeah, fair. In your neighborhood, Spanish guy
Yeah.
breaking into a car.
Yeah, so he did what he should have.
Yep.
But he showed up with a pair of gloves, and he was like, do you have he was like, I'll clean the glass up. Do you have a broom? I was like, yeah, I can get you a broom. And he's like, good, I'm going to break it with this. And it was a glass mug, and I'm like, no.
Oh, I thought it was just his fist for a second. I'm like,
No.
what?
No, I was like, well, that's not going to work. So I went and got the broom and a hammer.
Yeah,
And I took
yeah,
it
yeah.
out to him. I was like, no, that wasn't going to work. It was just glass all over from the mug. Hammer didn't do it.
Hammer didn't
No,
do it.
it's
Yeah.
really hard to break a window, which made me feel better from when we thought about breaking your window.
Yeah. We had no success.
There was no way. We were going to use,
We were doing the wrong thing, too, because we were going to break the tiny little window.
yeah, infinitely
Which
harder
is
to
the,
break.
yeah.
Infinitely harder to break, and also the most expensive window
Yeah.
to replace on the car.
And we were going to use my steel toe boot to do it.
You really need a tool with, like, a glass breaker tip on
yeah.
it.
You have to. It has to be very like a point.
Focus all of the impact
Yeah.
in one little point, yeah.
So we heard him bam, bam, bam. And then I saw him come up and put something on my porch. And I was just painting minis at the kitchen table. So I was like,
I feel like at that point I just offer to like pay a locksmith for them. You
Well,
know?
yeah.
Like I'll just call somebody.
But I don't know why didn't they drive it somewhere to get more, like it started. It was running when I walked away. Like drive down to AutoZone or some shit if it's not doing something. It's running. But like I was like paint minis, and then I saw headlights out there, and I looked, and there was a cop out there with him. And they had, I think they used one of those like air pad things that they. It's like this inflatable thing that they can stick. If you can stick it in the door, you can plug it in, and it inflates and it pops it just enough that you can get a shimmy or something. I think that's what they were doing because he had an extension cord going from the cop car.
I got pissed off because I called a locksmith one time when I locked my keys in my car, and that's all they did.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I could have walked down to the hardware store and
Yeah.
hooked that up myself. Would have been cheaper.
So I guess they got in the car, still there. Like the car has been there, and D was talking to the neighbor, and he was like,
Weird.
I went to the cop station, the police station, to see like if we could do anything because that's where we park one of our cars.
Mm,
And they're like, no, it's a public street, can't do anything.
yeah.
And it was involved in a hit and run in some capacity.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
And they were like, we're from Reading.
So not to derail the story too much, but I just had a flash of genius.
Okay.
Next time I want to break into somebody's car,
Just
I'm just going to call the cops and tell them I'm doing it to my own car. So
Yeah.
if anybody calls, it's fine.
Yeah, that's apparently what he did.
You can apparently just
Yeah.
do that.
I mean, if you're doing it in a gullible white people neighborhood.
Yeah.
Which,
You're not getting away with that in the hood.
No.
They weren't going to call the cops.
No,
on you.
yeah, they're just going to come out and be like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's smart because I'm glad that for him that he did it, because a couple months back, a year ago, we had somebody just going around just baseball batting car windows in our neighborhood.
Well,
so,
fuck.
Yeah. You could have get.
Was he actually breaking one?
Right? Or were they just ping, ping, ping?
I mean, I saw fucking busted windows everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Should have sent that guy a baseball.
I know,
bat.
yeah. I don't have a baseball bat. I'm sorry. Hammer did not do it. Now now his sister's car is just sitting out there with a scuffed up window.
That's
Yeah, I don't know
unfortunate.
what is happening with this car, but
That's
it's driving
a weird
the neighborhood.
story.
I mean, it's slightly annoying to me, but I don't.
It's not like a huge inconvenience
No,
for anybody.
I could just pull in
but-
in the driveway.
Yeah.
We have room for two. I just pull up there so Josh can park in front of the house when we go to D&D.
Oh, they're fucking with my D&D parking?
Yeah.
Yo, this situation's gonna be fixed.
Call the cops, be like, just so you know, if anybody calls in, I'm about to set my own car on fire.
Hey, Selena. Hey, J-Lo. Get your shit.
Yeah, it's tearing the neighborhood apart.
Oh, man.
It's fucking going across townships now.
Oh, I gotta get the FBI involved.
Yeah,
No.
Car's a CIA plant too.
Everything's a goddamn
Yeah.
CIA plan.
There are too many left-wing extremists playing in our D&D game.
Have you ever
We
seen...
did all have a similar reaction.
Yeah, yeah, we were playing D&D when Trump got shot. It was just like, sweet. Oh, he missed.
That was actually fucking amazing because we were hanging out at Casey's girlfriend Abby's house. And it was me and Casey and Abby and her husband, Preston. Just hanging out. We had dinner and we were like watching videos, or we might have still been watching. We watched a movie and then we watched the videos. So at some point, Casey's like, so somebody took a shot at Trump? And we're like, oh, yeah? Like we haven't seen any news stories on our phones about that.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I found out because of a meme. It was like, oh God, I forget what the meme was. It was an American Girl dolls meme that somebody had made
Like,
immediately after it happened.
Jeez.
I searched and was like, yeah, the earliest news report I could find about that was posted 14 minutes ago. These memers are fucking fast. I was like, was it funny? She's like, yeah, it was funny too.
I guess in fairness to the situation, everyone had a late response to what was going on there.
Oh, yeah, including the Secret Service.
Knew about the guy fucking on the roof. They were just waiting.
That's the thing.
Did you see the clip of the guy, like the sniper who was like watching for potential
Snipers?
attackers, and like shots go off, and he's like, and takes the guy down like in like 2 shots, but like they knew there was a guy on the roof, and he wasn't like
Look,
on that.
I don't know for sure, but if you are fucking Donald Trump's security detail,
I wouldn't be paying that much attention.
do you not like?
But they wouldn't hire me for that.
Do you not
They'd
think
look
that-
at my Facebook profile and be like, nah.
No, maybe even like if they were hardcore into it, like if they were with him for like a week, if it's like if he's as shitty as he sounds,
Yeah, right.
They were probably just like, I'm gonna look away.
We're gonna give
I'm
him
not
like,
gonna react until that kid misses.
Yeah.
I don't find that even remotely hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
That's what it looked like to me.
Oh my
Because
god.
To me, like, that's the one possibility.
Yeah.
That everyone who has to deal with him is just like, we're fucking sick of this.
Yeah.
And the other
And those people were also
possibility-
rolling their eyes so hard when he did the fucking fist pump photo up. God. You knew he was gonna do it. God damn it.
That's the other possibility, though. Like, did they put someone up to it? Because his ear is sure all in one piece right now, despite wearing a fucking tampon
Maxi pad.
maxi pads as bandage on it.
You still got dumbasses posting about how the guy took a bullet for us, too, and it's like, well, we actually all know now that he didn't even get hit by a bullet. It was just a piece of the teleprompter that got hit by a bullet.
Yeah.
So,
And
like...
he's not
meh.
happy about that getting out, so that's false news.
Yep.
I don't know. It's a very weird situation.
Yeah.
There was like a collective depression in the country for days, which says a lot.
Yeah. We were all burned out on depression,
Well, it was like,
and then they cranked it up.
fuck, this is gonna embolden his people. Fuck. He missed. Like,
Do you hear about the Tenacious D thing?
Yeah, the only person that I was gonna say the only person that shot killed, but it did kill another person. But
yeah.
it killed Tenacious D too.
Oh, true.
What?
yeah.
What happened?
So, they were playing a show in, like, Australia.
Yeah.
And there was a part of the show where, like, it was like a scripted part of the show where, like, Kyle has to make a wish. And he's supposed to ad-lib something. Probably something topical or a reference to something that happened in the show previous to that.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing, like they do. And he's like, please don't miss Trump next time. That was his wish. And everybody was like, oh no, where are my pearls? I must clutch them.
Everybody in Australia?
People in Australia, people here. Jack Black posted an apology. Kyle posted an
had to.
apology. Yeah, they
Jack
had
Black
to.
kicked his ass to the curb.
Yeah, he said that all future endeavors are currently on indefinite hiatus. And it's like,
They're waiting for that shit to cool.
yeah, I don't know if there actually is any kind of rift between them over it, but like it was a stupid thing to say, but also it was the genuine reaction in the moment. Like,
Wait, like, did it happen? Did he do that, like...
He did that the day it happened.
yeah, it was the day that it happened. Yeah, it was in poor taste, but like
Listen, we all,
we all
so is
said
Donald
it,
but-
Trump.
Joke.
Yeah.
We all said it.
Yeah.
in fact, instead of a joke, everyone was like, "Damn."
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I actually watched it was like a YouTube short that popped up on my homepage where this guy took like it wasn't an AK, it was an AR-15, went to however many yards away the guy was with like a small target set up, that distance away, and he's like, this is not a difficult shot. I'm not even braced on anything, and just hits it. He's like, come on. It was one of those weird videos where you can't actually tell where the person making the video lands on the issue either.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that you had every opportunity. If you had any idea what you were doing with that weapon, you would not have
So
missed,
I will say this. Whatever it happened, my immediate reaction was, oh shit, this is going to win him the election.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a lot of people's reaction.
Didn't really seem to move the needle
Not really.
much.
No, everybody.
Which is like,
everybody was talking about it like we need to say it's going to win him the election to scare the people who can come out and vote against him, or we need to say it's going to win him the election because that's going to pump up our numbers and we're in support of them.
kind of how it felt. It
But
was just like nobody really gave a shit,
Yeah.
which is wild.
I think.
I mean, his
When it
people obviously
happened,
gave a shit, but
Yeah, it really riled them up, and it did seem like it turned polls enough that Joe Biden could not
yeah, in the moment.
continue
Yeah.
to be so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He had to accept, okay, I'm not going to win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing too, because when Joe Biden decided that he wasn't going to run, I was seeing a lot of people saying this is what you do when you're a responsible person in a position of power. You do what's best for everybody. And it's somebody sat Joe Biden down and said, you're not running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's absolutely what
exactly.
happened.
In fact, it seemed like several people sat him down and
Yeah.
said that leading up to it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until all the donors were like, nope,
Yeah.
no, we're not giving you any money now.
Because their donation, their fundraising
It's a
did
waste of
take a
money.
huge nosedive after the debate.
Drop Joe Biden and put a cop in his place.
Yeah, right?
So, I mean, I'll vote for her.
I will too.
That's what we got to do.
I don't want to
we don't-
vote for a
yeah.
cop, but I will.
It's the choice we have.
It's funny because, on our side of things, we're yeah, okay, fine, but, she's still a cop.
Yeah.
And on the other side, they're I mean, she is a cop.
No, but the other side is she's a failed cop. She's a bad
God.
prosecutor.
Yeah.
She was too soft on crime.
She's not even black.
right.
Well, that was fucking wild.
Mm.
I watched up until that point, and I was like, well, that's about 10 more minutes than I could stand. But wow.
Yeah. It's on the same level as, Barack Obama is a Muslim from Kenya.
Well, they're already asking for a birth
And-
certificate. That did start coming out today.
Of course. Of course. Fucking hell.
Fucking wild.
Now, what I love is for months, Trump's whole thing has been oh, Sleepy Joe, he's mentally incompetent. He's too old for this job. Now Donald Trump is the oldest man to run for president.
Yep. Oldest
saw
official candidate
There
ever.
was a some shirt. It was a meme I saw. It was a shirt that they were selling on Amazon that was "Kick the old guy out" or "I'm not voting," whatever. Some anti-old guy shirt based on the presidency. And one of the reviews was seller wouldn't refund after the Democrats did a coup and kicked Joe Biden out. Now it looks like I won't vote for Trump and all my friends. I can't wear this shirt around my Trump friends.
Did it say that was a verified purchase? Oh.
Yep.
That's so good.
It is all such a scam. I went to Turkey Hill the other day, and right out front, they had the Women for Trump camper parked. And that's where they sell all their fucking Trump flags and all that shit.
It's
The
9/11
Let's
too.
Go branded flags.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just watching
Trump
that.
on Rambo's body.
Yeah.
the Hawk Tuah spit on that thing with Trump's picture that I don't understand what you're trying to say. What's
What
he
are
spitting
you
on?
even getting across? What are you even trying to say? You're not effectively saying it, but what are you trying to say?
We were sitting at the red light, and I was just looking at him, and I'm like, I don't know what that shirt... What's he spitting on?
There's
the Constitution.
Yeah.
I'm just like standing there, like looking at that booth, looking at the lady selling shit, and thinking like, I can't go over to her. I really want to. I want to walk up and be like, why are you selling shit for the side that doesn't even want you to be able to vote anymore?
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm not gonna get into it.
It's not going to end well.
No.
What's
And
that
then,
called
like,
when you enter into an altercation when you know it's not going to end well for anybody? There's a word for that. I don't remember what it is.
I don't know.
It's like a slang term that's become very popular.
But then I saw
lost it.
all the shit on TV because I think was it yesterday that Trump was in Harrisburg.
Oh, I don't know.
Ooh.
He just had a rally at the Farm Show Arena like
Oh.
a day or two ago,
Ew.
and they had it on the news, and they were just gone, down through the parking lot, and it's one giant fucking Trump memorabilia stand after
'cause
another.
It's a grift.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like, how many of these people actually like buy into this shit,
Uh,
or are they just paying their fucking rent for the next 2 years?
Dude, I would be fucking... Personally, if I were, like, part of his merch team, I'd be like, listen, you dumb motherfucker. Everybody needs to wear a mask. If you sell MAGA masks, you're going to fund your next election.
Yeah.
But you're anti-mask, you stupid fuck.
you're anti a potentially huge revenue stream.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is all he fucking cares about to begin with.
Yeah.
There is a lot of money to be made in
I think he was
destroying our democracy.
I think he
must
was
say.
too afraid that people liked not wearing masks in order to
Yeah.
not be shitty human beings.
Right.
That more than they liked him. Which they might have. They might have.
I don't know. Whatever.
He is
Could have made
still
a ton of
throwing.
fucking money.
He's still throwing such a huge fucking temper tantrum about the fact that Joe Biden isn't running anymore. They threw everything behind that idea of
That's
just
awesome.
attacking him
He's
for being
so awesome.
old.
He's trying to
It's so good.
That's so awesome.
Sue Harris.
Yeah.
Saying she shouldn't be allowed to use the money the Democrats raised.
She should have to pay for all of my Let's Go Brandon ear bandages that I can't sell now.
Seriously, nothing is wrong with his ear.
No, it's perfectly fine.
It got grazed by a piece of glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bled. You've got a lot of blood vessels in there, but yeah.
Man.
Now, I mean, somebody did die. And I don't remember who it was that I saw talking about it, and they're like, look, I'm sorry that guy died, like, trying to protect his family from a shooting at a Trump rally, but, like, not in the way you think. like, I'm sorry that was the hill that guy literally chose to actually die on.
Yeah.
Now, did somebody die, or was it a tragedy actor?
Those are a
Oh,
thing. Right?
fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if anybody's going to say
Because-
that after what happened to
well,
Alex Jones.
The guy that told me about the gay frogs says that's a thing.
Now, listen, J.D. Vance.
He also doesn't own his shit anymore because of that, so...
J.D. Vance recently praised Alex Jones for being a truth teller. So, are we to believe tragedy actors are real things?
Fuck. We're so fucked. We're just so fucked.
What do you if he loses? What do you think happens?
Well, if he wins, he already says there's not going to be.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I know.
Fox News even gives him a chance to walk it back.
Yeah, and he's like,
no.
no. What if he loses though? Like, what happens to that party? Do they dump him,
Who
or does he come back and be
knows?
the even older?
No,
He may
thinking
not
they'll
make
go
it to the next
He
no.
absolutely may not.
Yeah. Like, he's pretty fucking far gone already.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're pumping him full of to keep him animate, but, like...
Some of my coworkers and I were talking today, and I was just like, "There's nobody else, though. Like, they got nothing." This is all they got. So
And
that's
he's
why
turned
everything
on
is so
everybody.
fucking on the line.
Donald Trump has turned on everybody. That's why he had to pick J.D. Vance as
Mm-hmm.
his vice presidential pick.
I was like, if he loses, if he doesn't win,
Was fucking Donald Trump Jr. going to try to run? Because his...
Yeah, like
the party has nothing to fight back with. So I don't know
kinda
what's
gotta
going to
wonder
happen.
if it's like a Hitler situation where you're glad it's Trump because of how incompetent he is, instead of someone who can come in and get a job done.
That
I mean,
was
I
one
felt
of the
that way through
things-
his fucking presidency. I
Yeah.
was just like, it's gonna be so much worse if it was somebody competent. Because he
if-
had all three houses. He had both houses.
If Mike Pence had to step up and become president during his term, that could have been fucking disastrous, even
Whatever.
more than Pence
I'm going
was.
to the White House.
Oh, God. Oh.
Fucking weird. That's another thing. They are furious about being called weird.
That's fantastic. That's awesome. What was the meme? I give it till the end of the week before they compare it to being called the N-word. I was like, 100% believe that.
Wow.
Oh, it's fucking late, so.
Oh, wow, it's 9:45.
Shit, I gotta get up tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to do a game?
we'll do a game.
Beanies.
Spock, take a look at this subspace news article. Some fool blew his own face off while cleaning a loaded phaser. Fascinating, Captain. Was it someone aboard the Enterprise? No, Spock, it happened in Florida.
Been a while.
It is. I don't remember which one of you holds the
No.
title. So
No.
I think
whoever wants to go first, feel free.
Want to flip a coin? I don't have
let's
a
do
coin.
one of these fuckers.
On.
On go.
So 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah. I got it.
On go, and he doesn't count. One.
Well, we
on,
know
one,
how
2, 3,
many.
go.
We
Hey,
know
we
how
got
many
the
there
three.
are.
I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
We're advanced. We can count in our heads.
Yeah, again.
You heard the wet slaps of our fists on our palms.
We just fucked. we just gave each other 8 quick strokes. Well, no,
That's all it takes.
that was
Sometimes.
that was just to find out who got the fuck first. Now we got to do it for real. Now we count.
That's 2 out of 3.
Our states this week are Florida, Nebraska, and South Carolina.
Did you say Braska?
Nebraska.
Braska.
Yeah,
That's like Bama.
yeah. I'm for that.
You say South Carolina?
Yes.
All right.
Let's just cut the first syllable off all the states.
Huh.
Cis, Texas.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Maybe leave it for some, but Bama and Nebraska, good. If it begins with a B, cut the.
We call Pennsylvania Vania.
No, we don't. Nobody does that.
Oh, we could.
We could.
We probably wouldn't, but
People
could.
outside of Pennsylvania sometimes think people call it Pensy, and like nobody does that.
Yeah.
Some people outside of Pennsylvania think Pennsylvanians call it Pennsylvania, and we don't. We don't. It's PA.
PA,
yeah.
It's PA. There was like a British Lebanese guy that I saw talking about it. He's like, well, I live in PA. And all the comments were like, you know he lives in PA. Because he called it PA.
Yep.
That's his home.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dr. Oz is like, oh, I love Pennsylvania.
Fuck you,
Born
Oz.
and raised.
Fuck you, Mehmet.
All right. Headline number 1. Teenager facing felony charges after allegedly derailing a train for YouTube views.
Yeah.
I thought it was bad when the guy crashed a plane for YouTube views, but like there wasn't anybody else on that plane.
Yeah.
I saw this video. This
Has there
kid
been a
shows
a
up.
mass casualty event attributed to
A plane crash?
any mass casualty event attributed to somebody doing something for a YouTube video?
I don't.
That's
Other
a
than
good
like
question. I can't
fucking
think
shooter.
I can't think of anything that I've heard about.
Like accidentally.
There
Yeah.
was
It'll happen.
It will
It's
absolutely.
gonna happen.
there was a prankster who got shot
Yeah.
in a mall,
Yeah, I saw that.
Ooh,
and the guy who shot him, of course, got arrested.
Yep, that'll happen.
And then the prankster continued to go out and do his bullshit. So, like, hey,
Make that money.
You know what I'm gonna
So
say?
it makes some
obviously
money.
you can't just go around shooting people, but it does feel like a shame in this instance that
You didn't
He did
learn a
poor
lesson?
job shooting someone.
Like, I've never been shot, but I have to say that if I did something that got me shot, probably wouldn't do it
No.
again. Probably
I mean,
not.
if Pat Smear burned me with a cigarette, I wouldn't go see the Foo Fighters again. So
Headline number 2. Woman is busted for possession while storing drugs in a bag labeled "Bag of Drugs."
it's like my fucking Wicked Walk in Darkness. What do they call it when you draw pictures for your movie?
Storyboard?
Storyboards, yeah.
Did you do a storyboard for
Just
that
for a
script?
scene.
Oh, okay.
And it was just a stick figure holding a bag of pot that said pot.
Well, that was like the time that we used granulated sugar to represent cocaine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then called it China White, and everybody pointed out that that's heroin. Yeah. Like, don't you know that's heroin? And we were all like, no. No, we really don't. Clearly.
Headline number 3. 41-year-old man pronounced dead at scene after a large firework device he lit on his head exploded.
Whoops.
Wow.
Actually, one of my coworkers, her best friend blew his hand off 4th of July with a firework. Yeah, like actually lost the hand.
See a Toho video here. I'm
Oh.
There it is.
There is no excuse for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, look, you put it on your head. When
Yeah,
they say
good idea.
light the fuse and get to a safe distance of at least 20 feet or something like that, that is so far from put it on your head that I have to say you deserve it at that point.
Look, even my man Terry got out unscathed. Okay?
Are we talking about Terry Funk?
No, Terry Funk did not get.
No.
What are we talking about?
Terry, the guy in the.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Go on, Terry!
Terry.
Terry did not get out unscathed. There are a bunch of people making money off him that he's not getting a red cent of, I saw. Oh, Lord, Terry!
He was in fact rather scathed.
Yeah.
Quite scathed, you
Yeah.
might say.
All right, so what was the first
So we
story
got
and first
the
state?
train derailment,
Train derailment,
bag of drugs,
bag of drugs, head fireworks,
Head
Yeah.
fireworks.
Nebraska, Florida, and what?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Oh man, I'm so out of practice. Okay, let's think this through.
You know the rule of thumb, Ken.
Yeah, but there's no meth.
There's no specifically meth. They didn't say meth, but...
But if you put fireworks on your head, there's probably meth involved, so that's Florida.
Ooh, okay. I see where you're going, and I like it.
Bag of drugs, Nebraska.
Okay.
Streamer, South Carolina.
All right.
That's what I'm going with.
Got their menu?
Believe it or not, I'm going to say streamer, Nebraska.
Do they have cell phones there?
There's a lot of streamers and like online content creators that move out to states where people don't like tip, like with the low cost of living.
Yeah.
To just like they buy a house for cheap and they just use that house as their content creation house, and then they live wherever they actually want to live there for their actual house. So that's my logic.
Okay.
I'm not super confident in it, but that's why I'm guessing that. I guess I will say, with the train derailment. No, that train derailment was the streamer.
Yeah.
The bag of drugs and the head firework. I know both South Carolina and Florida have fairly lax firework laws, like relatively speaking to the rest of the world.
Like putting them on your head is not an
Not an instant
Finable offense.
disqualifier. You could probably still get a pyrotechnics license having done that if you survived it. I will put the bag of drugs in Florida. I'm going to stick to my instinct with that. And I'll put the head firework in South Carolina.
All right. Gentlemen, you both went 3 for 3.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did we also both get all of them wrong?
No, one of you got all of them right, and the other got all of them wrong. So our winner, and either new or retaining Butterweight champion of the world, the $1 menu king.
Yep. Oh, if it's drugs. If there's only one with drugs. Only one with explicit drugs.
Yeah,
There's drugs involved.
There's
in
drugs. Definitely drugs in the fireworks.
Yeah, there had to be. If only alcohol.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, something.
Yeah.
Brings us to the joke of the week.
Here, in its natural habitat, on a tiny islet off the coast of Belgium, we observe the majestic and elusive joke of the week.
What is the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus?
The difference.
Yes.
I'm thinking you hang a picture.
I got it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, maybe. I don't know. One of them is real.
Oh, fuck.
The picture.
Oh, fuck. You went on a whole different level than I was looking at.
I am being respectful of the potential existence of Jesus. Unlike some people in the room.
Being respectful of the potential existence, but not necessarily respectful of the person. One doesn't whine when you hang it up.
No.
Boy, that really shits in the Cheerios in the Bible. Bam, bam! What are you doing?
Dad!
It only takes one nail to hang the picture.
I gotcha.
All right.
I gotcha.
Is that a fat
Okay.
joke? Wow.
Joke of the week, everybody.
Jesus was fat is not an angle I've ever heard anybody come from before.
Oh, I want a sticker that says that.
Jesus was fat.
We'll see you in another 3 months.
But you cannot fuck around with...
You're fired, Adam. You're all washed up in this business.